What's up, fam? Happy weekend, everybody. What's up? How you doing? Sam Suk Show. Kenya Brown, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, I am good. Still tripping on the lady who in Mississippi yesterday who husband is in love with another woman who lives in California.
Ugh.
He sends her messages.
That hurt my heart. You know, it's one thing to read something on paper, but when you can feel the emotion of someone through the phone, like I just had so much compassion for her.
Man.
Dang. She's never going to go anywhere.
No, she's not. Off and on 21 years, and he's in love with another woman. She sees the text messages back and forth. Now, he's hurt because that woman is now in love with, she has someone now.
Right.
So she doesn't text him as much, but he's blowing her up because he wants to talk to her.
I mean, I don't even know how that would feel to know that my husband is saying that he is in love with somebody else. Stop looking through his phone because he's going to do what he wants to do anyways.
Yeah. I still love her, though. You ain't got to worry about it because she not coming here. She not coming here. She live there. So why you worried about it, for? That's what he said.
Man.
Yeah. But let's see if we can help this person out today with their real life dilemma. Feel free, guys. This is for you, too. You can call in and leave your comments. Help the person out. Non-biased opinions are welcome. Kenya, what's happening today?
Okay. Dear Sam, I've been married for a little over a year now. Instead of being in the honeymoon mode, we instantly turned into an old married couple. There is no intimacy, passion, or spontaneity between us. Everything is planned and routine. I never thought he was my type, but he kept pursuing me, and everyone thought I was being too picky. We didn't have the wedding I wanted, and this relationship has been one disappointment after the next. Should I just leave and stop trying to pretend that I'm happy, or should I try harder to make it work?
You knew you didn't want to be with him when you married him. That's what it sounded like, right?
Yeah. She said she never really liked him like that.
But you got with him because he's a good guy.
Yep.
So the routine really is you. You're not into him. So that's why you it's not just always up to the man to kick off some, to be spontaneous. It's up to the woman too.
It is.
Yeah,
Because if I feel that things are becoming too routine, I'm like, honey, we need a date night. We need to get a sitter for the kids.
Right.
Something.
Something needs to happen.
Yeah.
But
I make it happen.
Right. Come on.
Let's go.
That's whack. It's boring.
But see, she's not putting forth the effort because she's not into him.
And so you get a lot of people who will get married and settle because of it's a good business decision.
Yeah.
It's a good business deal.
And then as a woman, that clock starts ticking and you feel like you should be married at some point, that somebody did take that step with you. So we end up going for whoever will marry us.
It's whack. It's not cool.
It's not.
And then that's when you get crazy dudes. You break their heart.
Yeah.
Now he's an emotional wreck for the next woman. But you can just leave him alone.
So you think she should just leave him alone?
Okay, let me dive back into this. Read it again, and then I'm going to tell you to stop. And I'm going to say go. I'm going to say stop. Okay. I'm going to try to interpret this. All right, go ahead. Read.
I've been married for a little over a year now.
All right, stop right there.
All right.
It's still fresh.
Right.
It's still new. You're still learning and figuring each other out. Read.
Instead of being in the honeymoon mode, we instantly turned into an old married couple. There's no intimacy, passion, or spontaneity between us.
Stop right there. How come you not walking around in some lingerie or something? How come you gonna leave it all up to him? How come you not wearing those sexy clothes? Why do you have old people clothes anyway? When y'all just got married, you supposed to be getting it in. Throw him some. That's your man. That's your husband. Throw him some. Now, if he don't want it, that's a whole different story.
She don't want to throw him nothing.
All right, read.
But away. Everything is planned and routine. I never thought he was my type, but he kept pursuing me, and everyone thought I was being too picky. We didn't have the wedding I wanted, and this relationship has been one disappointment after the
Stop
next.
right there. The wedding you wanted. You didn't like him, but you still wanted to have a certain type of wedding. I always say this when people get married. People want the wedding, but they don't want the marriage.
Yes.
You spend all this money on a wedding, but you really don't want the marriage.
Absolutely.
People do it backwards. Spend 20 grand on a wedding when they could have dropped 20 grand on the house and they still live in an apartment. That don't make sense, people. I'm sorry. I know it's your day, boo. You've been dreaming about this day, boo. Well, save up for it, boo. Get you a house, boo. And then get married again, get that big old wedding again because y'all been together for 10 years.
Right. And also with the wedding and stuff, she probably was like, I don't really like you like that, so you got to spend some money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Should I just leave and stop trying to pretend that I'm happy, or should I try harder to make it work?
I never tell people to don't want to be the one to say end your marriage.
Right.
But it sounds like you don't love this man, and you're using him because he's a good guy, because he's a provider. Because if he was not a provider, there's no way that you would go this far to be with him and you were unhappy.
Right.
There's no way that someone's going to say, you know what, you broke, I don't like you, but you consistent, I'm going to be with you. No. You got with the man because he got money and he's a provider and you're not attracted to him. And you was hoping that one day you would grow to love him.
She might.
Yeah, but that's not even fair to him.
It's not.
That's like a little puppy. Oh, you found a damn puppy on the street, a dog on a mud on the street, and then, you know, he feeling some, you come and save his life, save his day.
But he's grown, so if this is a grown man,
Yeah.
and he knew that she wasn't really into him like that.
Did she say that? Did she tell him she wasn't?
Yeah, she said she was never into him.
Yeah.
She said he was never her type, but he just kept pursuing her. And everybody thought she was just being too picky. So even though she was kind of giving this guy the Heisman, he just kept coming, kept coming,
Not
kept
good.
coming.
Not good.
So he kind of put himself in this this space.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I would like to talk to him. What is he saying?
Right.
You know, because you know when somebody don't feel you, but maybe his self-esteem is really low,
Yep.
and so he has some insecurities,
Yep.
and this is the type of woman that he wants. So he kept pursuing it, versus finding somebody who loves him for him.
Right. He's dating outside of his whatever.
What?
I don't know.
What? Well, go ahead and say it. Outside his what?
He's just dating outside of his level, I guess. Maybe.
How you dating outside? He wanted that car. It's like he want that car, so he went and got that car. He want the house, he went and got the house.
And this is what he got.
What are people saying? What folks saying on Facebook?
Karen said, that's a tough spot. Since you were not honest enough with yourself before marriage, you are now in a predicament. Bring what you are looking for into your marriage. If you want spontaneity, be spontaneous. If you want passion, be passionate.
Yeah, that's right.
Micah said, so you married someone who is not your type and now you're disappointed. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Steve said, why communicate with the world and not your so-called partner in life?
Yeah.
Seek counseling for yourself. Maybe
Yeah.
you need to work on your relationship building.
Yeah, I agree with that, Steve.
And Lovely said, you shouldn't have married him if he wasn't your type. Shaking my head.
Yeah. Again, married for the money. Married for the money.
Yeah, I mean,
Or the career, whatever. Same thing.
it sounds like they both have a little dysfunction in how they approached the relationship and went
Right.
into marriage. So it's not even just a one-sided thing. There is something broken on each side.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they could reconcile this.
Conversation to start. I mean, the marriage is still new. They haven't been together a year. So they got time to fix it. They got time to make it happen.
But
You know?
But does she want to? I
Yeah.
don't even know if she would want to. Sharita said it started off on the wrong foot. That's for sure.
Right.
And Charles said she wasted this man's time.
Yeah. And
Now-
money.
Now it's his fault. I think she misled him.
Yeah.
Well, it is his fault.
Yeah.
If you're grown and you see somebody is not checking for you,
And
you
right.
keep
and you keep on
pursuing
you
it,
Keep on.
pursuing it to the point where you want to lock up somebody
Yeah.
in marriage
Yeah.
that is not obviously feeling you.
Yeah.
I could see if she said, Well, at first I liked him and we had it good for a while, but she said he was never her type. So,
And I'm pretty sure he knew that.
right.
I know that she wasn't into him like that.
Absolutely.
Well, he was like, no, I'm a wine and dine her, and I'm gonna get her. She gonna
this.
see I'm the one. She gonna see I'm the man.
Yes. So now he's a man.
Could you guys? This is a great question though on Facebook. I want y'all to answer this before we go. Could you date someone? We kind of was talking about this the other day that did not seem like your type. Could you give them a chance? I've spoken to men and women, where mainly I've heard women say this a lot, that the guy was never the type of guy that they would date, but they gave him a chance anyway because he was a good guy. Because some of the guys that they liked, that they were attracted to. Now I'm not going to say type, because as I say, it couldn't have been your type. They were attracted to guys they wanted to talk to, the guys that they had been with previous. They had the look, they had the money. He didn't treat them, but did not treat them the way they wanted to be treated. So the other guy, who they're not physically attracted to, he's persistent. He treats her better than any man she's ever been with. Ladies, could you date that guy, give him a chance?
I think you should. I don't know. I've never been attracted to a look, like how a person aesthetically looks. I'm always attracted to the substance of the person. Like, do they make me laugh? Are they a good person? Stuff like that.
And if he's unattractive and he makes you laugh and he's a good person, will you give him a shot?
I think I would.
Okay.
I personally would, because
Facebook, would you?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's see what folks saying here. Would you?
Okay. Kitty said marriage is hard work. If you're not willing to put in the work, don't waste either of your time. And Just Chris said, okay, so it seems like she has a preconceived notion about what it is supposed to be, marriage. Instead of expressing that to him, see what's his response to all of that.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Sharita said, whatever happened to courting? People are in such a rush to get married. I don't agree. People are not in a rush to get married anymore.
No.
Do you see people running to
I
get
don't.
married anymore?
I hear less and less weddings now.
Yeah. I don't know.
Man, I say you have a conversation with him. Go ahead and talk to the man. Get at him. Let's do something. Talk to this brother.
Yeah. Steve said Sam is on point with this one. Her husband definitely has money, and that's why her friends accused her of being too picky. Instead of marrying for love, what she did was the equivalent of working a job that pays well, but she hates.
That's right.
Dang,
and
that was a good one, Steve.
Yeah, that's the only way that someone would marry somebody that they don't have nothing in common and they're not attracted to them. The only way you would do that is if it's a business deal.
Right, like, girl, that's a good man.
Yeah.
You better stay.
You remember you was with Ricky? You saw how Ricky did you. Now, this dude, he don't look all that, but them pockets do. All you gotta do is close your eyes when he nailing you.
Oh, my.
Be a good actress. Another comment?
Divinity said, leave you were never in love. A man knows, so why are you going to waste any more time doing... I can't even do that.
All right, guys. Well, meanwhile, post your comments. Continue to post. Help this woman out with her real-life dilemma situation. Have a wonderful weekend and get those tickets for the all-white affair. It's going to be bananas. Early bird tickets this weekend are only 10, but there's a limited supply, and they almost sold out on the early bird tickets. All right? Holla back. May 27th, Improv all-white affair.
Ain't nobody hotter.